All right, welcome you guys. Happy Saturday. Today we're moving through a little bit of hips and low back as well as shoulders and neck. So go ahead and just rest at the back of your mat in child's pose. And take it in little stages. So just resting your weight on your elbows, not necessarily putting all of your weight back into your hips, onto your heels. Just doing that in possibly about five breaths, until you find your hips connecting to the back of the mat. And starting that Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath, which is in and out through the nose. There we go. You can even, once you get your hips to your heels, massage your forehead. And it feels like you come home. You're coming home to your mat. An essential place to be during this time. This central balance of calm, peace. So just setting the intention for that, for your practice, becoming your own best friend and just ease and flow. Okay, so inhale nose, let it out through the mouth. Great. 2 more like that. Deep inhale nose. Out through the mouth. Any sounds that come out, excellent. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Wow. Seal the lips, back in through the nose. And out through the nose, simultaneously reaching forward to the front of the mat, dropping the forehead down, if possible. And then turning the palms upward, letting the pinkies come to touch, pulling the inner arms up behind your ears, or the upper arm up behind the ears, and push into the back of the hand to open up the palms. So feel a nice stretch through the upper shoulders as you continue to open up the hands. Maybe the elbows hover just a little bit. Great. Drop the elbows back to the mat. Palms come above you in namaste. Tap the elbows actually forward a bit to increase the stretch. And then again, drop the forehead back down. About 5 breaths. That was 1. 2. Soft jaw, soft face. 3. 4. Last breath. 5. Nice. Release the hands. Whoa, slowly come up. And make sure the knees come right underneath your shoulders, your hips, and then elbows right underneath your shoulders in this forearm parallel to each other. So your forearms are parallel to each other, your wrists are spread out, pushing into the elbows, tuck the toes, and just slightly hover the knees. Good. And feel the shoulders expand. Maybe even look forward with your chin. Good. Wow. All right, next breath. Exhale, see if you can straighten out through the legs. Walk the toes just a little bit towards your elbows. You can shake out the head. If this is too much on your upper body, just bring your knees down and practice just pushing into the elbows and expanding the heart. So you just be dropping your knees and continuing that stretch by pushing into the elbows. If you're able, you can walk your toes towards you just a bit. Slightly bent knees, ribs in, push back with the shoulders. Just 2 more breaths. Maybe there's some heel, straightening one leg, bending the other. Wow, good. Walk the feet back. Now straighten out one arm, straighten out the other arm. You're in your down dog now. Good. Fingers spread wide. First one, first time. Just give it some movement. Ah, yeah. Letting the head relax. Breath come easily. Alternating the heels. Yeah. Really good. Just feeling the side body. Sometimes exaggerating the knees off to the side where you're spiraling the hips back and forth. Excellent. And then just tippy-toe your way up to the front and then forward fold, feet about hip width apart, hips nice and high. Grab the elbows and just let the torso sway side to side, right and left. Should feel good in the hamstrings, sinking into the feet, maybe powering up the feet a little bit, pressing the footprints into the mat. Great. Release the hands and walk the fingers over to one side. You're stretching out one side of the hip. I'm off to the right. Doesn't matter. We're doing both sides. And back to center. And the other side. Make sure the head is dropped. No wrinkles in the back of the neck. Wow, I just got a nice adjustment. Oh, so good. Just takes a little bit of time to start warming up that body. Woo. So back to center. Pick up some bend in the knees. So whether it's just halfway or all the way to the heels, it's up to you. It's up to your body. Playing with that bounce possibly on the low end. A little breath. So just make it yours. I'm in my body doing my thing. You're in your body feeling what it feels like to use your own pattern, your own rhythm and timing. Just remember to breathe. Even a couple sighs. Great. When you feel ready, hands on the waist. Take a breath, push into the ground. Come on up. Oh, yeah. That's bar class. Just give it a little walkabout. My body needs a little walkabout. Maybe yours does too. You're lifting into the knees just to warm up that hip socket. So there's no rules. Hopefully I'm here to inspire you to create your own home practice. This is what it feels like in my body. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta move my hips. So I'm moving my hips. And then we'll move into Surya Namaskara. All right, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, scoop up the arms. Exhale, swan dive forward. Beautiful sigh. Inhale, halfway lift. In fact, let's do that a couple times. Exhale, pull back in, forehead towards the shins. Feeling that smooth evenness with breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back in. Nice. Your own timing. Inhale to extend. Exhale to pull back in. This next pull back, grab your hip sockets and with both fingers and feel the hip bone. And as you bend your knees a little bit, make sure your hips are moving high. Bend your knees and let your torso come draping over the upper thighs and grab towards your calves. Shake out the head. Not a lot of pull, just this heaviness in the upper body. Sinking into both feet evenly. Good. Oh yeah, some nice adjustments. If you feel like it, pounding into the back, waking up some of those energy lines. A couple deep sighs. Wow, pounding really effective. Excellent. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and step back. Back to down dog. On that exhale, inhale, come to high plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Bent knee even. A few more like that. Inhale, high plank. Your own timing. Exhale, back. You can start to feel that heat building in the hips. Couple more. Good, and then hold that high plank. Natural curves. So your ribs are in, your natural curve in the low back, your heart reaching forward and just hover. If this is a bit much, you can always half plank, which is just dropping the knees. Beautiful place to be as well. Again, remember to be your own best friend. Be loving and kind to yourself. In fact, I'm going to hang out on my knees. Got 3 more breaths. Have to take my own medicine, right? if you're having any low back issues, treat yourself with amazing care and compassion. So good. All right, so either straight leg chaturanga or knees to drop for your high to low push-up. Exhale, first time chaturanga. Exhale, let's go really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Come right to the belly. Ah, it feels amazing. Tops of the feet. Kind of push and lift. Feel that power through the legs. Good. Tops of the feet firm. Hands underneath your shoulders. Drape the belly forward. Great. Now just hover. Hover the toes and hover the hands. Chin just a little bit forward. Heating up that low back. That's 3. 2 more breaths. Great. Drop it down. Turn your head to one side. Arms can come down by your sides. Deep sigh. Inhale, nose. Let it go out through the mouth. Feel your body heavy. Turn your head the other way. Inhale, nose. Let it go out through the mouth. Nice. Great, and let's repeat what we just did with the locust. Hands underneath your shoulders. Drape the navel forward. Hover the toes. Hover the hands. Lift a little higher. You're feeling the pelvic bowl nice and heavy. Feeling the broad shoulders, long neck. Even breath, one more breath. Wow, if you're shaking, that's a good thing. You've reached that nice threshold of energetic flow. All right, drop the toes, tuck the toes under. Use the exhale to slide your heart forward for up dog. Yeah. And then possibly look over the left shoulder, back to center, right shoulder. And then again. Maybe there's occasional sigh. When you're finished, go into your down dog. Taking a little bit extra breath. And then exhale, either bent knees. In fact, I'm going to keep being my own best friend. That's my theme today. Go through tabletop to down dog. Awesome. Walk the feet in just a little bit closer. Take the right hand to the left ankle. Beautiful down dog twist. Good. Peek underneath that left arm. I love being able to see some of you. That's awesome. And it's one of my favorite asanas, this down dog twist. Feel it more exaggerated into that left leg, left hip. The pull through the back of the left leg. I have my right knee slightly bent. You can keep it bent or you can try it straight. Good. Hover that right hand off to the right. Hover the left leg straight back. Somewhat advanced. If you are able, you can reach your right hand to the right hip. Keep the chest lifted. Possibly reach for that top foot. It's a great counter stretch. In fact, it makes me want to do other things in this sequence, so I will continue with that creative flow. Love it. Gently release that right hand, release that foot, and take a break. Let's take a break in between. Whether you want to go into child's pose or set yourself tall. I'm just going to sit tall. Deep sigh. You can keep your eyes closed. Let it out through the mouth. A little drop in the chin to the chest, chin to the right, and then chin to the left. Beautiful. And then let's do the other side, that down dog. I'm going to turn around so I could be facing you. Back into down dog and do it with a little mindfulness. So come to tabletop first. Spread out the fingers wide. Little micro bend in the elbows. Keep the ribs. Notice the ribs. Keep the ribs knitted in. Power up the muscle into the bone of the arms. Feel the heart forward. Chin slightly dropped. Tuck the toes. Ribs in. Now fire up the knees downwards so that the sit bones activate. You could feel all this. Use your exhale to hover the knees. Next breath. Use your exhale to push hips back, bent knees, head drops. Push, 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 push all the way back. Straighten out the arms. Track the knees straight ahead and then push up. Wow, really different. Isn't that amazing? Little mindful movement. Walk the feet a little closer because your hand needs to reach for that right ankle. Left hand, right ankle. Feet underneath. Excellent. Remember to take a break if you need it. If you need to rest in child's pose at any time, excellent place to kind of recover and come back. Don't need to necessarily do the entire class. And experiment with that bent knee on the left. And straighten. Awesome. Take that left hand, adjust how you need to adjust for that left standing leg. Right foot comes back, left arm reaches forward. Hover your chest up. Hover that right leg back. If you took it to another level, reach back for that foot. Steady flow. If you fall out, you can try going back in. Oh, so good. Gently release that left arm, right leg's lifted. Bring that leg down now. Can rest into wide knee child's pose. On an exhale, come all the way back. Let your belly drop down through the center. Again, any variations here, you can walk your hands over to one side. You can even turn into a twist. Lots of things to do. Yeah, feels good onto that wide open V of the inner groin on that left side. That twist. Couple deep sighs. Really nice. Come back to center, the other side. Stretch it out. I'm going to add that twist, turning into that left shoulder. Awesome. Got a little adjustment. Maybe you did too. Who needs a chiropractor? Good. Gently come out. And then to all fours. I'm going to turn around again. I like this direction. All fours for cat-cow. Cat-cow. Rounding into the back. And then dropping into the belly. Really nice. And keep your eyes closed and just feel the fluid movements. Your spine up and down. Great. And bring the knees close together. Let's go left side first. Left knee come high, and you're just spiraling out that left hip. Circling it around. Yeah, going both directions. Good. Knee comes high. Step that left foot forward and sink into that lunge. Right knee underneath you. Fold over the mat so that your knee has a little bit of padding. It really helps that back knee. Or if you have a towel, that's nice too. And then just come on up. Come on up and let that left hip sort of work through lunge to straighten. Super gradual way to build into our warrior sequence. And scoop up the arms. Set your weight, little weight in the front foot, left hip crease moves back, right knee Heavy in the back. Excellent. Interlace the hands behind your head. Take a breath. Open the elbows. Good. Nice. Chin comes down. Keeping your balance. Bring your elbows forward. Pull the back of the neck. Keeping the eyes closed. Definitely more balance that way. Meaning, did I say closed or open? Keeping your eyes open in this forward fold for your neck with the elbows together. Really good. Come back open. And then gently release this left knee back to the right. Okay, the right knee. Yes, a little shaking it up a little bit. We're going to move the hips forward and back. Gradually working into our lunges. Nice. Good. And if it feels correct, you can take one arm to reach back, back up, switch, other arm to reach back. I'm thinking of Victoria. This is one of Victoria's favorites to start, actually. Yes. And Victoria's here with me right now. Whew. One more time. Left side, chin up, come back, and then the right side. Good. Use that left arm for support. Come on out. Excellent. Come back to all fours. We're going to do the other side. Same thing, other side. Tabletop. If it feels right, absolutely. Give it a little wiggle. Get the wiggles out with that cat-cow. Couple deep sighs. I know. Oh my gosh, so much tension, so much resistance in the body. And those exhales, incredibly valuable. Just let them happen. Good. All right, knees together. Right knee comes high. Circle out that right hip. Ball and socket. That's what we have here. You're just letting that lubrication happen. Telling you, a lot of exhales, occasionally out through the mouth. Good. Right foot steps forward. Extra support underneath that left knee. Right hand on your knee. Left hand on your knee. Move your hand back to the right hip. Feel that right hip crease move back. Drop into the hips. And then scoop up the arms. Yes, lower belly lifts, heart lifts, ribs in, a little bit of arc. And then hands behind the head. Feel the chest lift as your elbows move back. Eyes open. One more breath with the elbows open. Next, inhale to prep. Exhale, keep your eyes open. Chin drops to your chest. Elbows come towards each other. Feel a little bit of pull in the back of the neck. Excellent. Good. Gently come out. Release the hands. We didn't do this on this side. Just a little bit of press and straighten. Balancing our sides. And then move through your flow. Your high to low push-up if you like. Or to child's pose. Or to your down dog. Straightening out the back leg. Framing the front foot. Step back. To move into your chaturanga, to up dog, to down dog. Excellent. All right, take the little baby steps up or big steps up or hops up. Just coming to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Beautiful. Sit into chair. Let your hips drop and scoop up the arms. Nice. So arms can be parallel. This is nice. As you bring your arms parallel to the earth, then you push the shoulder joint back and broaden the arms for cactus arms. Ribs in, sit low. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale at the top, and we'll repeat. So inhale to sit, cactus arms. In your own rhythm, exhale to stand. Trying to keep the breath fluid. It's actually a challenge, especially when you're sitting. Keeping the flow of the breath. 2 more like that. Inhale, sit a little lower. Exhale to stand. Yeah. Last one. Great. Hands release behind your back. Inhale. Beautiful shoulder stretch. I start with my fists right at my low back. Elbows coming towards each other. Noticing how the heart lifts. Possibly bringing the hips forward. Good. And then push down with the fists. I had to open my feet just a little bit. Give firm activity through the legs and then push your hands down. Good. Inhale, come back. And you know what to do. Exhale, forward fold. Working through some tightness, soreness in my back. This feels amazing though. Hopefully it does for you too. Alternating fists. Wow. Takes time. Be patient. Use your breath. Beautiful. Hands come to low back. Release pounding. Excellent. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step back for high plank. Your version of your flow. For me, I tend to do a little push back with the knees bent. Coming back to high plank. You may like this too. Just to set up proper alignment for my hip sockets before I go into chaturanga. Little trick. Now you're nice and curvy. Natural curve in the back, natural curve in the neck. High plank. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog. Slide through. Down dog. Tuck the toes up and back. Beautiful. Toes together. One-legged down dog. Right leg comes high. How's everybody feeling? Feeling good. Right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, kick it high. Knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, kick it high. Let's do it one more set. Right elbow. Connect to your breath. Inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Last side. Inhale. High kick. Left elbow. Back up. Last time. Exhale, bring it all the way forward. Right foot for low lunge, right hand on the knee. Left foot moves over to the left slightly. Come on up. Hands on the low back. Just your clothes. Low back. Excellent. Right hips pulling back. Lower belly's lifted. Heart's lifted. This is a little bit more challenging to look up, but it's possible. You can always look down and pulse that back knee. Almost a touch. Combination of both, looking forward and up. Oh wow, really good. And then just hover that back knee. Good, let it go again. Softening, the knee comes down to the ground, soften that back knee with a little padding. Really good. And then just bend to reach back. Left hand, left foot. So amazing. So amazing. Reach back, possibly with the right hand. Keeping the upper body strong. Maybe there's a shoulder stretch. You can kick back, look up. It's all perfect for my hip today. Hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I am. Really amazing. Good, chin comes down. Right hand on the knee. Soften this back foot and come into half monkey pose. Flex out through that front foot. Straighten the front leg and hinge it at the waist. Again, I'm my own best friend today, so I'm using my blocks. Every practice is different, and not to, compare yourself to any other day except for today. Today is a good day. Just hinging over that right leg. It feels so good, I don't want to move. All right, looking forward. Bend into that front knee. If you still have your blocks right underneath your hands, you can try keeping them there for this lunge with the straight leg in the back. Just straighten out that back leg. Excellent. And then move through your high to low push-up. More than welcome to keep them. Keep your blocks if you want to try that. You can step back for your high plank. Again, I do this tricky little bend and straighten. But if you've been practicing a while, you have your own little routine, your own little way of doing your float, whether it's knees down for your chaturanga. Lingering in up dog. And then up and back, down dog. Awesome. Ready for that left leg. Toes together. Shake out the head. Give yourself a little wiggle room. Side to side. The knees. Push back with the arms. All right, ready. Tiger curls. Left leg comes high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Pull it in. New breath. Remember, it's your own rhythm. 3 points. Right elbow. One more set. Inhale high. Exhale, opposite elbow. So good. Come on up, kick it high. Exhale, pull it through. Low lunge. Right foot moves over slightly to the right. Left hand on the knee, right hand on the knee. Scoop up the arms. And then bring the hands actually to the low back. This is where we started on the other side. Low back, yes. And what this does is it helps the chest stay lifted. And actually also reminding you that your right hip moves forward and your left hip crease moves back, giving that a little bit of parallel sensation in the low back. Low belly lifts. As your low belly lifts, your ribs in, your heart up. Whew, catch your breath and little pulses. Knee down and up. Drop and lift. Weaker side, left side usually is, especially for me. I'm building up the strength. Stay focused with your breath. Powerful. Stay powerful. Oh, smile on the inside. Hover, hover, hover. Hover that right knee. You guys got this? This is it. Hover, hover. Notice how the breath has to go a little faster. That's okay. It's cardio. Doing a little cardio in your yoga. Right knee comes down. Deep sigh if you need to. So good. Little padding. I always support that back knee. Scoop up the arms. Stay nice and lifted. Good. Chin comes down. Right hand reaches for that back foot. Trying to find that calm, that sense of peace as you let your exhale. Calming the heart too, because that was a bit active. Great place to just be still. Find that quiet release. Possibly kick back with the right foot to help open the shoulders. Good. Chin comes down. Release that back foot. Come into half monkey pose. Flexing out through that back heel. Good. Hinging at the waist. Wow. Sore side. Be kind. Use your blocks. That's the heart lift and the torso expand forward. Beautiful. Bend back into that front knee. Use the blocks if you're like you did on the other side to straighten out through that back leg. Yeah, the blocks, especially, I'm going to open up my mat, especially if you haven't tried them through your high plank and your low push-up, it makes it actually more accessible and you feel more powerful with the blocks for your chaturanga and your down dog. So high plank, take a breath, exhale to push, use that to slide through, and you're in your up dog. Slightly bent elbows, chest forward, tops of the feet. Back to down dog. All right, step forward, right leg, or face me, whatever that leg may be, because you want to face me. And turn your feet parallel to each other. And just hang right down through the center. But first, before you let it go, before you let it hang, give it a bend to activate the legs. Give the knees a bend, push, and then you'll notice an absolute change in the setup of the hips. So do that again. Bend the knees, push into the feet, light up the sit bones, which are right here, right at the top. Light them up, and then push down. Good. And hold that for 5. Come together. Whew. Hold, hold, hold. Just let it hang. You're okay. Right there. Adjusting my big camera. There we go. So Pasarita, that's it. Beautiful. Just make sure the head's hanging. You have any variations that you want here? There's so much that you could do with Pasarita. It's amazing with the legs apart. Let's try, in fact, I'll turn so you could see me. Let's try just walking the hands forward with blocks. Walking the hands forward, keeping the sit bones nice and engaged. And you have this beautiful, beautiful straight back with the lift of the blocks. So good. Keep the breath. All right, walk the hands back underneath your shoulders. You can still use your block, especially if the floor seems far away from you. Keep the left hand on the block or the floor. Right hand turns upward. Slight drop in that left hip. Open the lower belly on the right. You can also look down to help open the side of the neck. Chin heavy. Right hand, option to bring it around the back and in towards that inner thigh on that left. Again, turn into the right shoulder. Last breath. Good. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, bring it over the ear. Swing it down. Back to center with the hips. In fact, before we do the other side, take your feet a little closer. Plant the elbows right on the inner edge of the knee. And find that gorgeous inner groin extension. So you're pushing your knees apart just like a book. Let your heart reach forward. Yeah, you can feel the shifts in the hip socket as you roll around that belly. Loving it. Continue just a bit by adding a twist. You can drop the left shoulder, look over the right. If you want to extend that left knee back a little bit, you'd straighten your left arm and push as you turn. Keep both feet firm. Maybe there's a little pulse. That's kind of what the bar is all about, these pulses. So you can incorporate some of that in your yoga practice. Come back to center. Add the other side. Turn that right shoulder down. Hips back, ribs in. Keep it strong. Stay low with the hips. Push that right arm straight. Smiling. So good. All right, back to center. And straighten out the legs. Walk the hands forward. Parallel feet again. Make sure your feet are parallel. Walk the hands forward. Oh, wow, that block ended up right underneath my head, which feels great. Slight bend in the knees. Push back. Lengthen. Remember where we are? Walk your hands back in, underneath your shoulder, right hand underneath the shoulder, left arm comes up, twisting on the other side. Good. Anything that you did on the other side, whether it was dropping that chin, bringing the arm around the back, evening out your breath. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, sometimes it's great sensation to just close the eyes and go inward. Always using that exhale. All right, left arm comes out. Yoga's like a drug. Just makes you so calm and relaxed. If it hasn't done that yet, just keep practicing, and I promise you it will. Just go ahead and plant the hands, step back on your mat into down dog. And this is what I had envisioned at the beginning, and now I'm finally putting it in. So come back to tabletop, take that left leg back, that right arm forward, and just hover that. So it's like tiger curls, but we're skipping that because we already did a bunch. Right hand to that left foot and kick it up. A little bit of back bending today. And shoulders. Such a multitasking exercise because your right shoulder, you could actually focus on that if that's what's tight for you today. So just kick, kick, kick. Kick straight back, and it's opening the front of that right shoulder. You can also look over the right shoulder and kick. Beautiful. Gently look back down. Release right arm forward. Left leg back. Right hand underneath the shoulder. Circle this left leg. This will feel really good. Circle this left leg. Keep breathing. And puppy pose again, or did we not do puppy pose yet? Well, this is our first puppy pose. Take that left leg off to the left. Make sure it's not behind you, but a little bit in front of you. Start with the elbows. I'm so glad I started on the left side first. And then straighten out the arms. Push into the palms, forehead. Nice. Lift the head, lift the right arm, and thread the needle. Right arm underneath to add that twist. And look over or under, left. Couple deep sighs. Good. Gently come on out. Take this left foot, same foot that's off to the side. You're just going to bring it forward. Go into that lunge. Take the left hand inside of the left foot. Okay, so right, excuse me, clearing is so amazing. Right knee, bring it a little bit over to that left side of the mat. And then the left foot, bring it to the edge of the left side of the mat. Lean a little bit into that front foot. You feel all of this? Hopefully these cues are helpful because we're lifting the right arm straight up. Okay, up, 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 up. If it feels like it's a little tight and that right arm's not doing much, you can use a block underneath the left hand. Good, and then just open that up. We're prepping for side angle pose. All really important for my left hip, low back. I'm working through some of that tightness. Again, your behind the scenes Taz yoga practice. I'm feeling so much better. Amazing. Okay, so take that right hand down, just pause. Keep breathing. A little recovery moment. What does your body want? Maybe it wants to go a little bit deeper into that front knee. You could push it slightly and gradually. Good. And then tuck the right toe. Next part. Right toe under. Straighten out the knee. Plant that right foot at a 45. So you really have to adjust it. You want your right toes towards you, your heel away from you. It's okay to shoot your hips back to start. Just make sure that there's some space under here in this hip socket. So you're not wanting to jam your ribs right on your thigh. You want a little bit of space. See if you can find that. So sometimes I have to push the butt back. And then you get it. And then you push the butt forward, or buttocks, I should say. And press into that right foot. Now you have your side angle. Right arm comes up. So good. So amazing. Okay, fingertips on that left hand. Push into the right foot. See if you can come to warrior two. There you are. And hold. Wow. I have to say, I loved that. Right hand down to the right knee, left arm up. It's all for my hip. Again, you're here for the behind the scenes of healing a low back, tight hip. Good. Spiral through whatever you need. Maybe you want your down dog, child's pose. I'm going to move through high to low push up. It's up to you. This is your play time. Down dog. It's like resting pose. All right. Knees come down. So amazing. Are you with me? Do you remember where we started? I'll remind you. Right leg is going out, straight back. Left arm reaches forward. You're in this tabletop, and then you're reaching back. Left hand, right foot. Kick it up. Each side is different. Let go of the other side. You are now entering the right leg. If you need a little bit of extension through that left shoulder, you can look over the left shoulder and kick up and back. Ribs in. Try to engage into the right leg. Inhale, look down. Exhale, release. Left arm forward, right leg back. Still breathing. Left hand underneath the shoulder. Circle out that right knee. Good. And then switch directions. Good. Right foot off to the side for puppy pose. Start with your elbows. Feeling the weight of gravity. Take those elbows, taking that right foot into the ground. And then straighten up the arms. On an exhale, dropping into the full expression. Straighten out, lengthen. Good, head comes up. Extra support with the right hand. Left arm comes high. With the breath, exhale underneath to twist. Peek underneath that right arm. Surrender into the left shoulder if you can. Sometimes that left shoulder does not come to the ground. You can always put a prop underneath that shoulder. Great. Unwind. Always exhale to transition. Good. Right foot comes forward. Right hand on the inside of that right foot. Left knee, move it over to the right. And then the foot is at a diagonal off towards the right side of the mat. I used a block last time, so I'm using a block this time. Hand on the inside. Good. And turn. Left arm high. Actually tighter right leg, dominant leg. Stay focused. Pushing into the right foot. Good. Release. Spiral that left hand down. Release it. Pause. You can sink a little deeper into that front knee. Thank goodness we only have two sides. This is our last side. All right. Tuck the back toe under. Exhale to straighten. Bring it a little closer to you because it tends to go far away. And then plant the heel. You see that? Good. Sorry, my backside is to you. Right hand stays on that block. Keeping this natural kind of push back so that when you open up, you can really engage this side body. You see this? Because lots of times you see this connection too tight. It really is more beneficial if you push that hip femur back and have some space. So just see if you can find that first and then turn. Good. All right. And that's where the power comes too. When you're wanting to come up into Warrior Two, you'll now have such a powerful press to come to your fingertips on the right, using that right leg, suction in, push into that back foot. It's harder. Oh, yeah, made it. But it's this leg. Warrior Two. Firming up the feet. Lift tall, and then C-curve over to that left side. I promise we'll be on the ground soon into pigeon pose. Left hand to the left knee, right arm up. Beautiful practice. Good. Spiral out. Take your time. What do you need? Gradual adjustments. Going slow. Down dog to child's pose for me this time. Oh, wow. Just rest. When you're finished with your flow, take a moment in child's pose just to really connect to the third eye. Your whole body's like jello. Nowhere to go. Perfect place right here and now. Celebrating your breath. Couple sighs. Yeah. Inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Excellent. All right. Take a little sip of water. So come into tabletop, tuck the toes, come into down dog, and just a little walk up and a roll up. Kind of transition into this last part of class. A little walkabout, a little sip of water. We'll go into pigeon S. as soon as we're done with our little break. Isn't that nice? Giving ourselves the love and care that we deserve. Yeah, closing up. Time flies. It's already, I love it. It's already 10:38. So just 5 to 10 more minutes, you guys. Closing up. Wiggles, get the wiggles out. That was a lot of hip work. Take a breath. When you're ready to come to the front of the mat, heart lifts, let it go. All the way down, let it rock. Side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, just to down dog. And then slide. Let's do left side first for pigeon pose, dessert pose. Left knee just slides in between the thumbs, more over towards the left. If you need a prop, you can put a prop underneath your hip. Adjust your right hip, and then melt yourself down. Oh yeah. It's exactly what we need right now. Just a nice surrender into pigeon. Your exploration and experimentation in pigeon pose. So I will share with you what I'm doing. I'm bringing my left elbow in front of the left knee and right elbow over as well. So it's a bit of a C curve and using the elbows for support, which engages that right hip a bit more. But do what feels good to you. When you're finished with that, you can come back to center and just rest double fists. Just always coming back to that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Excellent. Use your hands for support. Unwind. Just kick it to tabletop to circle out the left knee. Nice and gentle. And we'll switch sides. Oh yeah. Okay. Back to down dog just for a sec. Stretch out the hips, stretch out the back, shake out the head, and right knee slides up between the thumbs. Use a prop if you did on the other side, and sit. Each transition point has meaning. So that sitting tall, you can notice that left hip. For me, right hip pulls back, left hip drops. Walk the hands gradually forward. There's no rush. Kind of what you did on the other side. Little rock to the right elbow, left elbow. Sensing that left hip. Didn't say this on the other side, but sometimes moving the toes under and straightening that back leg, absolutely fascinating to stream energy up into the front of the left hip, which is what I need on this side. But you'll discover these things. You have the freedom to move, freedom to breathe, and go inward. Come back to center, support your head. Couple deep sighs. Again, you're letting go of stress, you're releasing resistance. And it all comes out with apana, which is that exhale. It's that downward movement. Trying to stay balanced on each side. Maybe 3 more breaths. So as I'm here, I'm thinking of what I want to do next. I know I said only 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. So this next posture will be perfect because I wanted to stretch out the shoulders really well. And then this next exercise will be a shoulder stretch. So come on up. Come back into tabletop first. Circle out that right knee. Really good. I feel so sleepy. Maybe you're with me. All right, so coming right to the belly. Come all the way down, however you want to get there. Nice slow chaturanga or a couple chaturangas. Come all the way down. Oh, yeah. Wiggle the hips, windshield wipers. Yeah, so the plan is the shoulder stretch, and then we're just rolling ourselves over for Shavasana, okay? So you have something to look forward to right after this. You get to rest. All right, feet down. Make sure the belly is draping forward. Take the right arm and bring it right in front of you. Just stretch it out and then walk the fingers over to that left side. So now your arm is parallel to the front of the mat. Take a breath. Take that left arm, bring it forward, and then walk it over to the other side. So you have this super tight crisscross underneath your chin. I like palms up, but I've seen it both ways. So just explore, experiment. What do you like? I like it upward. Good. I'm always adjusting, finding that sweet spot of surrender. Sweet spot for surrender. Let your chin come over. And we'll hold more than 5 breaths. And that's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one. All right, chin up. Slowly unwind. You have to use your fingers. Woo, pause. Windshield wipers. Bending the knees, rocking side to side. All right, now it's that left arm. One more set. Left arm reaches forward. Bring it over to that right side. Right arm comes over. Bring it over to the left side. So now you're switching. Feels different. Last little bit. 8 breaths. You can do 8 breaths. Try to relax into the belly. Relax into the chin. Meaning surrender heaviness. 3 more breaths. Last one. Oh my gosh, who's with me? Amazing. Head comes up. Unwind. Oh wow. Good job. Good job. And then let's just turn to your back. Make sure you take your ponytail out. Any last kind of movements for yourself. Pounding on the low back. Rocking of the hips. Couple deep sighs. All right. Such a deep hip class. So you might want just a tad of a counter stretch with your bridge. Roll down. If you have your foam blocks next to you, I recommend putting them underneath your hamstrings for your Shavasana. So you can feel them right up at the sit bones, straighten the legs over them. And what it does is it lets that pelvic bowl tilt upward, which is nice, soothing for the low back. Okay, can even adjust the neck, chin towards the chest, elbows towards each other, roll right and left with the shoulders. These are all just little tricks. Get yourself comfortable. All right. Now you're in resting mode. Most important pose, actually. Surrender into the hips, the belly, soften the hands. You're letting go of that ujjayi now, which is that audible breath. You can get more subtle, silent, quiet. Jaw. Bring your awareness to your jaw. See if you can relax it a little bit more. Tongue. Relax behind the teeth. So you're in your own sacred space. So if it is your calling just to lay here and stay quiet in your Shavasana, please do that. And when you're ready, always moving slowly out. by deepening the breath. Rubbing the thumb against the tips of the fingers. Rocking the head. Wiggling the toes. Yeah, just each part of the body. Just bringing awareness. And one knee at a time. Bringing that up. Okay, more rocking, more soothing. Your eyes are closed or open, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. You're in charge. You are in charge of your own body. And then rolling to one side. Which side would feel better to roll towards, and roll to that side. Using the top hand for support. Bring yourself all the way up. Last thing to come up is your head, your chin. Really good. Last breath, inhale nose. And let it out through the mouth. All that air. Seal the lips. Back in through the nose. Namaste. Wonderful. So happy, so happy. I celebrate you and your practice this morning. What a great, great way to start your weekend. Saturday morning. All right. Lovely. How was that?
It was good. I could do most things. I just was careful on some of it.
Okay, excellent. Really good. I'm so, so glad. All right. So you'll have the replay if you want. So, all right. You just You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Bye, Tammy. Bye, Priscilla.
Bye.
Good.
Bye,
Bye, you guys. See you next time. All right, yay. So I had a full class in the Zoom. If you're watching the replay, lovely. Oh my gosh, hour and 23 minutes. I'm so sorry. But yes, it's a long class, but gorgeous. I needed to work through some stuff on my hips, so hopefully you too. Hip class, hip and shoulder class. So let me know if you watch the replay. Thanks. Have a great, great weekend. Bye, or whatever day it is for you.